So just to save you guys 10 boring minutes of me talking about Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that I rate the game a 7.8 out of 10 because there's too much water, there are new Pokemon, and there's still too many HMs. So there you go. I just saved you guys 10 very boring minutes of me talking about Pokemon. So there you go. You can take those 10 minutes and I don't know, go make some food or something. So there you go. You actually think I'm gonna sit there and rate a game lower than what it should be just because there's a feature in the game that I already knew about? Come on, what do you take me for, IGN? I am not IGN, okay? But no, seriously though, with the recent release of Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I just had to talk about these games because these were the games that everybody wanted since even before Generation 6, maybe even before Generation 5 for that matter. But everybody has been wanting Gen 3 remakes because a lot of people, not me, started with Generation 3, and so they wanted to see their favorite game be remade into something better using like Generation 6 graphics. And I can tell you guys right now that these games are definitely worth picking up. But I'm just gonna talk about the games for right now and just talk about like the old Ruby and Sapphire, and then talk about the new Ruby and Sapphire or new Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and whatnot. And keep in mind that I am not an expert reviewer on games or anything like that. I'm just coming from a player's I'm just looking at it from a player's perspective. And not only that, but I feel like even though I have not finished the game yet, I haven't fully completed the game, I still feel like I'm able to give my personal opinion on the games, simply because I've played Pokemon for so long, ever since Pokemon Red came out, Pokemon Red and Blue. So I feel like I can give my personal opinion, and I don't even think my personal opinion as of right now will even change even when I do finish the games. Honestly, if it does change, it'll probably go up than where it is at right now. But yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about Pokemon and ORAS and Ruby and Sapphire and stuff. So if you guys never actually played the original Ruby and Sapphire, I feel like you guys should go play the original Ruby and Sapphire and then come here and then play like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and just see how much the games have changed over the years. But with Ruby and Sapphire, it's just a basic Pokemon plot. You know, you start off on your journey, you get a starter, you have a rival, and in this case you like have like two rivals. You have Wally, who isn't really a rival, but you have Wally, and then you have the other main character that you don't pick. Like let's say you pick May, then you battle Brendan. If you pick Brendan, then you battle May. But you have your your classic rival. But this was actually like the first game. These were the first games that actually introduced a friendly rival. Because in Pokemon Red and Blue and in Gold and Silver and stuff, and Gold, Silver, Crystal, Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, whatever, your rival was that douchey character, but they actually took out that douchey aspect of it, and they actually gave you a friendly rival, which is something I absolutely do not like at all. I can't stand friendly rivals. I actually want a rival that will talk trash to me, so then when I beat their ass, it actually makes it very, very satisfying for me when I do kick their ass. But you have your typical rival. You go throughout the region. You run into some bad guys, either it's Team Aqua or Team Magma, depending on which game you get. And if you got Emerald, then you basically fought both of them. But you either fight Team Aqua or Team Magma, and you collect gym badges, you go catch legendary Pokemon or whatever, or you stop the world from like blowing up or whatever, and then you go take on an Elite Four champion, boom, there you go. You go around catching legendaries, and then that's it. That's basically a Pokemon plot. That's a Pokemon plot for really any game. You face the evil team, yada yada yada, all that fun stuff. But and I've said this many times in my Let's Play of Alpha Sapphire that's going on the channel right now, I don't like Hoenn. Hoenn is literally one of my least favorite regions to travel through. Why? Because, well, I said it at the beginning, there's a lot of water. Now, I will not sit there and say IGN is wrong for saying, hey, Hoenn has a lot of water. Because they are right. Hoenn was always known as that region to have a lot of water. Now, if I was rating like Ruby and Sapphire from like way back then, yeah, okay, I would definitely give it a lower rating than I would give Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But I mean, I don't know, that's just me. But I would give it a lower rating because it's like, well, I don't like all that water, and plus, like back then, I didn't know what the hell a repel was. So because I didn't know what repels were, I sat there and I would run into 20 tentacles before I even got to where I needed to be, and I don't know, I just don't like Hoenn because of all of that water. Now, with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, yes, the water is still there. Of course, they're not going to change the layout of the region because they are remakes, but at the same time though, it's like now that I'm more experienced in Pokemon, I know what a repel is. So the water, even though I don't like how much water there is, I can navigate around the water like is no problem at all, because there's a such thing as repels. You know, just throw up a repel, and plus they have the little feature now where if a repel runs out, they will ask you if you want to spray another repel, if you have more in your bag anyway. And with that, I mean, the water situation is completely out of the blue. And with HMs, we've had HMs since freaking Generation 1. I mean, they're not going to get rid of HMs. HMs are here to stay, and if they actually did get rid of HMs, I mean, make them TMs. That's cool too. I don't really care. I don't like how some HMs kind of just change and go, whatever. Like you get like TM Flash used to be like Flash, for example. It used to be a HM, now it's a TM, and then Rock Smash went from HM to TM back to HM, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, can you just choose one and fucking stick with it? Like, I don't like that either. But as for the gameplay, oh, the gameplay is freaking phenomenal when it comes to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I will not lie to you guys. Those games are freaking amazing. They literally took Ruby and Sapphire and they polished it up so much to the point where it's just they are amazing games. And like, honestly, if I had to give a rating on Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as of right now, I'd give it maybe, shoot, a 9 out of 10. And I'm not even done with the game yet, but I've been playing the game so much to the point I just can't put the game down. Like, I record at least 2, 3, maybe 4 episodes a day, and I never bulk record like that. Never, you guys. I never do that because I hate wearing out my voice. I hate sitting here. Well, I mean, I love recording. Don't get me wrong. I do love recording, but like, recording 3 or 4 videos in a row, it's just like, it's terrible. It's hard, and like, I don't like wearing out my voice. But when it comes to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I will gladly do that because these games are amazing. They have little subtle changes, like whenever you walk on a route or whatever, you'll see Wingulls flying in the air, and then like if you're on a beach, you can see Wingulls on the beach, and you can like run up to them and stuff, and they'll like run away from you. You can like essentially chase them and stuff. And then like they have like little basic features like from X and Y, how in the Pokemon Center you can actually see the Pokemon that are being healed on the back screen and stuff. You have you can find Mega Stones and all that fun stuff, which Mega Evolution and Primal Reversion, all that stuff, it makes the game even better. I haven't even gotten to the Primal Reversion part yet, but I know that part is going to be so freaking hype. All the Mega Evolutions and stuff are just insane. I like how they even slip Mega Evolution into the story, you know, Primal Reversion, all that fun stuff. Like the basic plot is still the same, but they're a little bit, they're like subtle changes, and well, some subtle, some are drastic. And then but you can soar in the air with like Latios and Latias across the region and stuff. I think that's actually pretty cool too. I honestly think like they just did a really good job on these games, and I can't give it a bad score, you know. Now at the same time, when it comes to IGN, I don't really know what to say. Like, I get it, I get their rating, I understand it, but at the same time though, it's when you read the review, first of all, I'm picky, but at the same time though, it's kind of tricky, I guess, because okay, they start off the review saying, oh hey, you know, I remember playing these games back in 2002 or whatever, you know. It's like, okay, so if you remember playing these games, then obviously you know that there's gonna be a shit ton of water in the game. So I mean, if you already know that going into the game and you're still gonna downrate the game because of that, then I mean, okay, like you can easily just play around it. Obviously you didn't play around it if you gotta like downgrade the game or downrate the game because of it. But at the same time though, I feel like they had to rate the game based on someone who's never played the game before, you know, or never been through Hoenn before. So that's understandable, but at the same time, it's I don't know, I don't know, it's kind of shaky, you know. It's kind of shaky because, like I said, I understand it. Like, they have to review the game from a point where someone who has not touched Hoenn at all would, you know, they have to do it from that perspective. But at the same time, at the very beginning of the review, they add in, oh, I played through Hoenn before. So it's like, you played through Hoenn before, but you're rating it based on someone who's never played through Hoenn. It's like, okay, I don't know. It kind of clashes in my personal opinion, but I don't know. I love Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. These games are freaking blowing my mind as of right now, and I'm not even at the 7th gym right now, and these games are literally just blowing my mind with all the changes that they've made. And then I already know that my opinion on these games is just gonna skyrocket even after, you know, beating the Elite Four, doing the Delta episodes, all the after game stuff. You know, my opinion is just gonna be out the fucking window. I'm just gonna love these games. I know I already love these games. I know I'm gonna love them even more. And Hoenn is literally one of my least favorite regions to travel through, and I am just really psyched. Like, I love these games. I just love these games, and it's like I don't like Hoenn, but I like these games. I don't know. It's really confusing. But what are your opinions on Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire if you've played it so far? And if you haven't played it, are you looking forward to playing it? Leave that down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this like review or whatever type thing, don't forget to hit that like button, because it does help support the video channel series. Makes me a very happy guy. And yeah, I will see you guys next week for another video blog / rant type thing. And yeah, peace.